Chris Mutuk, your lifestyle coordinator here at the Overture in Virginia Beach. Summer jobs have been a tradition for teens for decades. Whether working to help support their families or putting in a few hours a week to earn pocket money, the summer job is something most of us have experienced. Learning the ropes at a new job taught responsibility, independence, and the realities of the work-a-day world. And cashing that first paycheck was a big moment of pride. So let's learn more about the typical teen jobs of the 1940s, 50s, and 60s. Teen jobs by the number, remember when just about every high schooler seemed to have a summer job? Well, that's not the case anymore. In the past 20 years, the rate of kids in summer jobs have plummeted from around 50% in 2000 to 25% to 35% right now. Today's teens are focusing more on schoolwork, internship, volunteer work, sports, and leisure activities. During their time off from school, rather than pursuing paychecks, today, working teens usually make close to minimum wage, which ranges widely across the country. In the lowest paying states, Georgia and Wyoming, kids make just $5.15 per hour, which is more than $2 under the federal guidelines of $7.25 per hour. On the higher end, teens can earn $11.80 per hour in New York, $13 per hour in California, $13.50 per hour in Washington, and $15 per hour in DC. In contrast, in 1945, the minimum wage was 40 cents per hour. Interestingly, when you convert that rate into 2020's buying power, you discover that most kids of 2020 are actually earning far more than their grandparents did. That 40 cents equals around $5.77 in 2020 dollars. By 1955, teens were earning a minimum wage of 75 cents, which translates to $7.22 in today's money. In 1965, teens did even better at $1.25 per hour, which is equivalent to $10.30 in 2020 dollars. So summer employment opportunities. Millennials and Generation Z, kids who take on summer jobs, tend to work in fast food restaurants, in retail stores, or as babysitters. Some of those jobs were also popular half a century ago, but there were a lot of other teen positions as well. So let's take a look at some of the most popular ones. Drive-in restaurant workers. So the mid-20th century was the heyday of the drive-in burger joint. Teens loved working at these social hangouts in the summer. Customers pulled up, waiters and waitresses, sometimes on roller skates, came right to the car window with an order pad. The food was then delivered to the car. Kids also worked inside. They could be found working behind the counter, waiting tables, and doing dishes. Now you have your soda fountain cashier. Another favorite job too as well was working at a soda fountain. Soda jerks served ice cream, sodas, egg creams, and sundaes. Who wouldn't enjoy that on a hot day? Candy, ice cold fountain sodas, and light lunches were also often on the menu too as well. You also have your berry picking. So in places with abundant summer berry farms, such as Oregon and Michigan, droves of teens would spend their summer days picking and eating fruit with their pals. Kids were often picked up by the busload and driven out to nearby farms where they'd be paid by the bushel. Kids also did other farm work, such as detasseling corn as well. Also, you have your car washers. Back in the days before automated car washes, teens might work at a car wash, sudsing, scrubbing, and hosing the summer dirt and grime off their neighbors' cars. Babysitters too as well. This stalwart teen job is still in heavy rotation today, whether simply taking on a few hours here or there or watching the kids down the block all summer long. Babysitting has continued to be a popular way for kids to earn summer cash. Some teens also assisted disabled adults, such as acting as an aide to a blind person. You also have your newspaper delivery too as well. So in the days before we read our news online, kids took on newspaper routes. They distributed the daily news house to house, often using a wagon or bicycle to speed the process. The drawback to this one was having to get up before dawn. Teens also had jobs selling programs and snacks in the stands at sporting events, such as baseball games. Another appealing position for baby boomers was working at a summer camp. So at these sleepaway camps, often located, along idyllic lakes in the woods, counselors might lead youngsters in hiking, canoeing, and camping adventures. They'd also teach swimming, outdoor survival skills, campfire cooking, archery, riflery, sailing, fishing, crafts, and more. So highlights included baking bannock in a reflection oven, singing Johnny Verbeck, Ooey Gooey was a worm, and other songs around the campfire and playing taps before bed. You also have your candy stripers. So many young girls opt for a position, usually as a volunteer at a local hospital as a candy striper. They got their names from the red and white striped pinafores they wore that resembled candy canes. So candy strippers helped nurses, worked at reception desks and gift shops, and visited with patients, among other tasks too as well. You also have mowing lawns and gardening lawns. Maintenance was a popular summer gig for many boys, particularly those who had access to a lawnmower or other garden tools. Cutting the grass was hard work, but also meant getting to work outside. Lifeguards as well, working at the local pool was another coveted position for kids who knew how to swim and liked being in the fresh air. Getting paid to sit in the sun, apply suntan lotion, and blow whistles at rule breakers were all part of the allure of this job. You also have your golf caddies. Another sought after outdoor summer job was working as a golf caddy. So this job involved carrying golf clubs around the golf course for groups of players. Depending on their golf ability, a caddy might also help a golfer select the appropriate club for the next shot or work on their swing. For those of you who have teens sitting around the house, you tell them go get that summer job. I hope you all enjoy it.